Hey guys, it's Shane from Mobhouse, and today we have a very special coverage for you guys from Computex 2019 from a brand that starts with C. And we're actually here at Corsair's VIP suite, and we're about to check out some cool new stuff from Corsair, and we best get cracking.
This Computex 2019 coverage is brought to you by Corsair.
Do you want to see a magic trick from Elgato? Come over here. See this thing? This small little thing over here is actually a green screen. This thing has a rigid hydraulic system behind me that prevents any creasing, so that will actually be really good over time. It's really portable, small footprint. You don't have to mount anything. You don't have to drill holes. You don't have to use the dodgy system that PewDiePie uses with the roller blinds and paint that green. Awesome. Here you have the new Streamdeck XL that has like 32 keys, which is like a lot more than the previous biggest one, which is the 15 key and the 6 key. So basically, if you want to go big, you go for this. And if you want to try out all the features, the Stream Deck, that customizable buttons and stuff like that, but you don't want to splurge for an actual Stream Deck, first you can check it out with the app, which is really cheap right now. They have a 3-day trial as well as a monthly subscription of $2 now, promotional, or $3 later, and $25 for a yearly subscription. So the beauty about the Elgato system is actually the fact that it has an ecosystem with a really good software that lets you control everything you see over here. You have the key lights here that gives really soft lighting that is connected to the software that you can control the temperature as well as the intensity of light. Also that it's connected to the Stream Deck. You can create keys just for controlling the lights. Pretty much it. So in terms of the Corsair peripherals or HID, this year we have one new thing, and that is the Ironclaw RGB wireless. Interesting about this mouse is, well, it's huge, so it's called Ironclaw for a reason, for people who likes to use the claw grip or if you have a really big hand. And what's interesting about this mouse is that it also comes with the slipstream technology, which not only gives you a really low latency and real high speed via a 2.4 GHz wireless connection. This mouse also allows you to switch between that and Bluetooth if you don't use the dongle for whatever reason. And the beauty about the slipstream technology is that it supports multiple devices via one dongle, which tells me that Corsair is probably going to launch a new keyboard or headphone soon supporting this technology, and I'm really excited about that because I hate wires. So now if you want to do like a minimal setup, you should watch out for this space. Do you want to see something crazy? Not just crazily small, but just pure crazy, right? Come over here. So we have the Corsair One Pro i199 concept. So this is not for sale. You know what? I'm just gonna bring in the PM for this segment over here. Can you please come over here, man? So this is Kevin?
Yes, Kevin. Yeah.
Kevin, and he's the PM for...
Oh, I'm just TM.
Oh, TM?
Technical marketing, yeah.
Technical marketing. Okay, well, he just showed me this thing that has like the i9-9980XE as well as the Titan RTX. In this thing, right? Do you know what's even crazier? See how they're actually cooling this thing over here. So the first thing you will notice is this big chunk of, is this aluminum alloy?
Yes.
It's heavy and it comes with a 140 ml fan. And that's practically the only fan that you'll see in this thing. Over here, can you please introduce to us? So this is like the model that people can actually afford?
Yeah.
Yeah?
This one's available now, yes. This one hovers around 5,000 MSRP. Yeah.
Look at this thing, man. It's so solid. If someone tries to rob you and steal this, just take this out and bang them on the head. It's a huge piece. Like,
yeah, it gives a nice premium feel to it also.
Yeah, it does. Like, this is the most impressive thing I've seen today. If you see, this is the GPU with a custom pump that goes to a 240mm rad with a passive system over here, and on the other side you can see the CPU being cooled by another 240 rad AIO, and also you'll see the tiny little SFX power supply, and also they're using laptop grade memory.
Yes, so this motherboard only supports sodium, so that's what we're using.
And maybe if you pay like $12,000, they'll give you DOM plat, and we can all be happy with some RGB that you can actually buy, you know?
This one hovers around $2,000.
You don't have to sell your car, you don't have to sell your wife to get this, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I assume that because there's only one fan, that it's not going to be drawing that much air in, so I don't think dust will be a problem.
Yeah, you know, I haven't really heard any issues with dust.
Okay. So when we talk about Corsair, you can't forget RGB because last year they talked about IQ and their massive wall of RGB LED fans. This year, they're going for something a lot smaller, like really small, and that is the brand new Capellix Corsair LED technology over here. Corsair has managed to figure out a proprietary system where they can print LED bulbs straight on top of the PCB, which allows it to be arranged on a PCB with a much smaller and tighter pattern. This allows for a few things. Firstly, it is brighter, as I can see here, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Secondly, it will allow for a more even distribution of light, which is great because if you want a strip to look really even as the color changes, it'll look much better. Higher resolution maybe. It's small, but it packs a punch. It's not about the size, it's how you use it. Let's look at something that's more affordable for most of you guys out there. So we do have this new RM series power supply. Can you tell us a little bit more about this thing?
So essentially we wanted to offer a fully modular RM power supply for the intermediate builder or somebody who was looking to be a little more budget friendly with their build, but also wanted that 80 plus gold standard, full modularity and everything.
So this is actually your cheapest gold, 80 plus gold power supply that's fully modular. You're using Taiwan capacitors and not Japanese. However, you're using the exact same process as the ones that are being used in Japan. Warranty?
Yes, warranty. Yeah.
How many
warranty,
years?
10-year warranty on this.
10-year warranty for this guy.
This one will support the modern standby protocol that's going to be implemented. So essentially, your computer, you know, as you click the sleep button on your phone, it just instant on. Ultimately, that's the goal for the computer.
Do you want to get wet with Corsair? Not in that way, but water cooling is finally here with Corsair. Now let's check out some of the components. Firstly, you'll see from this wall is that they have both soft tubing and hard tubing, as well as you'll notice that the fittings are actually OEM from Bits Power. When it comes to the radiators, are hardware labs, and they have an array of radiators, different sizes and thicknesses. What they have here is medium fin density to allow you to use them with slower fans for a quieter experience instead of giving you the highest density that will allow you to go with like 2000, 2200 RPM fans that will go really noisy. I've spoken to the PM of the Hydro X series and they told us that they want to give you the best performance for the most quiet experience ever. In terms of the hard tubes, there are actually two sizes. Corsair said that they're going for acrylic tubes only, not PETG, because contrary to what most people are going for these days with PETG, they said that they don't want to take the risk of, due to heat or whatever, it might actually become malleable and more softer within the system and it pops out. If you're a first timer, you should go for the 14mm tube because it has a thicker wall, which means that it can take a lot more punishment before anything bad happens. Also, in terms of the reservoir, we have something really interesting. Let's just go over here and check it out. There's a D5 pump right over here, which is a really good pump for most people who know anything about water cooling. In terms of the top, it's actually a proprietary design. It's an acrylic top. It also has rubber mounted screw mounts here to help dampen sounds from vibration. What is really interesting about this reservoir though is actually this material. This is not acrylic, this is not glass, this is actually transparent nylon. It's a lot more durable than glass. You can knock it, bump it, it won't crack, it won't break. They can go really thin and it gives you very minimal refraction. You can look straight through and see the liquid. Let's take a look at the blocks. We have two kinds of blocks. The XC7 is made for more mainstream processors, the smaller ones, and the XC9 is actually made for high-end desktop kind of processors. They're really awesome. They have integrated RGB into them. The block size is actually a little bit bigger and it comes with pre-applied thermal paste in a honeycomb pattern. Let's take a look at the GPU blocks. As Corsair has spoken to us, these are actually specially designed by Corsair. If you want to see what's interesting about these GPU blocks, we need to go over there. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the liquid-cooled system over here with the new Hydro X series from Corsair. There's a flow indicator on the GPU block. There's also a temperature sensor built into the top of the pump that will let you know what temperature the liquid is. So what Corsair told me is that by using the temperature of the liquid within the loop, as an indicator for the fan curve to be designed. You can get less fluctuations in terms of the fan speeds. So we're really happy to be here at the Corsair VIP suite this day, and it wouldn't have been possible without the help of my good friend Oscar over here. So I want to say a few words to our Malaysian audience.
It's my pleasure. Really happy that Shane today came here. Yeah, and as Corsair and together Elgato, we hope that we will expand more and more in Malaysia. Looking forward to see you guys more.
That'll be awesome. We want to see more Corsair product in more Malaysian hands. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
All of our Computex 2019 videos are edited on Acer laptops, namely the brand new Acer Nitro 5 and Predator Triton 500, powered by the brand new 9th generation Intel i5 and i7 processors.